Hi everyone, I'm Barbara Darlington, and today I wanted to produce a video for you, a short video, hopefully only less than 10 minutes, on building brilliant habits. Of course, this time of the year, this is the sort of thing that we're all trying to make our new year, new you, resolutions and things like that. So I've broken down 10 steps to building brilliant habits for you. So I wanted to recognise firstly the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I read this in a couple of months ago whilst on holiday, and it was fantastic for understanding the psychology and neuroscience behind forming good behaviours and habits. I actually have my copy just here, so read that really good book. Definitely I would advise reading it. But if you've been bought it as a present and not got to it yet, or haven't had time to read it, hopefully this will help you with what the actual actions and outcomes are from the book itself. So firstly, what is a habit? So it's something that you do, usually, almost certainly, actually, with very little conscious effort. And that's because our brains are wired for efficiency and familiarity. So it gets into kind of autopilot with stuff that we like to do in our non-conscious self, because the conscious part of our brain is quite small and takes a lot of effort to use. And what James broke it down as in terms of a habit is there's a cue, which is the trigger that starts the behaviour to happen. There's the routine, which is the behaviour itself. And then there's the reward situation, which is the outcome that the brain likes or avoids by doing that behaviour. So, step one. What he says is start with identity and not outcomes. And I think this is what we all fall foul of doing, really. Things like, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit or whatever, or something work related. Of course, just use your imagination. But he says to start with identity, the person that you are wanting to decide to become with these habits that you're forming, not just what you want to achieve. So, for example, I'm the type of person that moves daily. So that's what he says. Start with creating the identity, the belief that you want to generate of yourself, not the outcome itself. Step two is choosing one tiny behavior that proves it to yourself, starts proving it to your brain, more importantly. So pick the smallest action that supports that identity. So, for example, if we're going down the fitness route, I do 2 minutes of stretching to get flexible. So you're thinking about the smallest thing that will start to become your identity. Step three is define the habit precisely. And that isn't calling it something, it's when and where will it actually happen for you. So, for example, I will do habit at specific time in specific location. So, for example, sticking on the same theme, I will stretch for 2 minutes at 7:30 a.m. in my bedroom, or again, use your imagination as to how you want to form your particular habit. Step 4 is to attach it to an existing habit. This is called habit stacking. So this is after current habit, I will new habit. So something that you already do automatically, I will do new habit after that. So habit stacking. So, for example, after I brush my teeth, I will stretch for 2 minutes then at that point. Step 5 is create cues to make it obvious. So these things, cues that start your habit from happening to happening. So he talks a lot about how important the environment that you're in matters to whether your habit is going to form or whether you're going to become the person and have those habits happen for you. So if we're making it obvious, we're going to need to do things like, if it's a yoga mat that you need to position in place in time for the night before, maybe for wherever you're going to be doing your stretching, if that's the example that we'll use. So we need to make it really obvious and design your environment for success. Step 6 is make it attractive and increase the want. So we have to pair it with something that's more enjoyable or easy. So this is called temptation bundling. So only while I'm doing that habit, I will play my favorite playlist or something like that. So you have to think about, how can I only do something when I'm doing that as your kind of attractiveness to doing the habit. Step 7 is make it easy. So reducing the resistance to doing it, reducing the size, reduce the steps to the first step of making that habit happen. So he says things like using a 2-minute rule to scale the habit down, to, rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to sit there and do stretching for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, because that feels like a long time maybe that you haven't been accounting for that time already, which is one of the reasons why lots of our resolutions and habits and things that we say never tend to happen, because we've gone too big too soon. So reduce that resistance by making it easy to show up and master the showing up first. Step 8 is about making it satisfying. So there's got to be some visibility, visible instant rewards. Now, I'm not talking about, oh, I'll get a reward for a tub of ice cream because I did stretching for 2 minutes. We're talking about things like apps that help you with streaks, or calendars, or something around your environment that you can show and evidence your brain, evidence to yourself that you're becoming the person, that you showed up and did the work. Step 9 is repeat, then scale. So rather than going too big too soon, I mean, this whole book is about why we fail at New Year's resolutions and our change is because we've over-egged it and thought that we could do way more than we could, when we're just geared up to do the bare minimum. It's as simple as that. So making sure that you focus on the repetition of the smaller, tinier actions is going to make the brain believe that that is what we do now, not we're still struggling with it. So make sure you repeat and show up the small steps before you start increasing gradually the intensity or the duration of time. So make it happen and make it achieved before you start increasing things to something that's too much for you right now. Step 10, the last step, is the most important in my opinion, is plan for slips. I talk about this, never skip this point when I'm coaching with people. What is going to get in the way, because anything and everything will get in the way of you and what you're becoming, or what you've decided that you want to do. So remove the rug, the safety rug, think of all the terrible things that will get in the way every single day of you doing what you need to do, whether it's prospecting in work, whether it's fitness at home. There will always be a reason that your brain defaults to as to why you won't do this thing that you've decided is important for you to do. So plan for those slips and make sure that you don't quit on the identity of who you're becoming. So that was those 10 steps to building brilliant or atomic habits. So go generate your brilliance. And if you want to find out more about how to do that and how we do that and how I support people with doing that, then you can visit our website, genb.co.uk, gen-b.co.uk, in fact. Thank you.